Just getting started here. I don't know how long this is going to be, maybe a short live stream or not. It is about 10:10 a.m. ish, June 2nd, 2023. Just a few things that I noticed this morning. There's at the orbital tank farm, there is a oxygen tanker offloading some oxygen into the orbital tank farm. So that is the first time. Last night I know there were a couple tankers here, but this morning I could see the name on one of the tankers was oxygen. So I know there are three oxygen tanks in the orbital tank farm. So maybe those 3 tanks possibly are good. I know the one in the far back on the left, the one in the far back corner back there is an oxygen tank, and the one next to it on our side in the middle. So maybe those 2 that got damaged, maybe they're in good condition. They did weld that one tank a while back. So Paul, Ken, DJ Inc. 956, good stuff. Otherwise, I haven't been here during the daytime so much, so just getting a shorter day shot as well. I'm not sure. I'm going to move this tripod. It is possible that I want to get the shot of the base of the Starship there. Let me see if I can move this a little bit to the left here. Just a minute. Okay, so the Starship is, and I guess has been, connected to its whatever the pressure stuff to keep it intact over there. So it's still on ped B. I thought for a chance that maybe something else was happening. It looks good over there on ped B. They got a lift, some type of black lift. And the tower seems to have a so they're moving the site forward, because last night there was a lift at the tower too, and it had the lift next to the tower last night had a yellow light on it. So I don't know if tonight we're going to see some type of update in the lighting on the tower, but I'll check it out tonight. So far we haven't seen any yellow lights on the tower at nighttime. So, but last night there was one light, but there was a lift, so I think it was just possibly on the lift. But they are putting in some liquid oxygen right now into the tank farm, and maybe we'll start to see some of the lighting on the tower change to green or yellow. Yeah, it's a nice day. You know, I got sunburned quite a bit yesterday, and I got to start wearing a hat, I guess. We're coming up on June 21st. I like to think about, I've been to Central America before a handful of times, and I know down by the equator, the plants and vegetation grow much bigger than you will find here in Texas or elsewhere around the United States, just because they're closer to the equator. So I know the people over there have kind of darker skin due to the large amount of sun exposure. So it may just be a matter of adapting to the increased sun. I know a lot of people are going to contest what I say now, but you know, the type of food you eat will dictate the sensitivity to the sunlight. And there is a lot of evidence that if you wear sunblock, you know, I can't speak for every type of sunblock, but there are a number of types of sunblock you can use that, when you go in water, cause cancer. So you may, and the body's over 70% water, right? So if you're putting sunblock on yourself to prevent cancer, and just know that if you go in water, the sunblock will cause cancer. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there if you use sunblock. But I know at the equator, a lot of the people there maybe their skin pigmentation has adapted to the higher intensity of sunlight. But even if I go to the equator, I know my skin will get darker, and then when I come back, it'll be different. So that's just some things. And I don't know that the people in the equator wear a lot of sunblock. So some things to consider. But the types of food you eat will cause your skin to become more sensitive or not. A case in point, you know, the Chinese and traditional Chinese medicine refers to the body in different ways than Western medical science does. And I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I am a scientist, but not an accredited scientist, you could say. Anyway, so always consult with your doctor. This is just secondhand knowledge. If you drink wine and the next day you will feel, you know, if you drink, maybe drink a whole bottle of champagne at night, I know the next day, having drinking a whole bottle of champagne, maybe you will get up and go for a run. Possibly it will inspire you to be more fit and healthy. And the morning after drinking a whole bottle of champagne, I'm sure you will get up and do some push-ups, do some chin-ups, do some sit-ups. You could probably do a lot more sit-ups the morning after drinking a whole bottle of champagne than you could the night before drinking a bottle of champagne. But yeah, I tend to believe that what you eat or drink has an effect on your emotions the next day. So anyway, the reason I bring that up is because I noticed my skin would be more sensitive to the sunlight the day after drinking a bottle of champagne than the day before. So I tend to lean on the idea that maybe it's fake, but I tend to lean on the side of the idea, maybe not in everybody's body, but in the majority of bodies, if you drink a lot of champagne, you'll be more sensitive to the sunlight. And that may be why some people wear these darker sunglasses the day after going out drinking. Possibly, but it's probably not related at all. Yeah. All right. SpaceX lady, nice to see you. Good day. We be good. Hello. 81 in Fahrenheit in Florida, 64 in the UK, nice and sunny and warm. I don't use sunblock either. Hey, Ken. Awesome. Paul says water reflects sunlight, so even a hat you can get burnt. Yeah, I think that was partly what happened yesterday. I was walking out in a good several hours in the ocean over there, and I think that assisted in getting sun exposure. I'm out right now without a hat on too, and I can feel the sun on the back of my neck. Paul says champagne is definitely, Paul Shields, definitely not my drink. I get a headache right away. All right, so that's about everything I got to show. There are a couple aerial lifts up today. There's a lot of vehicles here, a lot of worker vehicles, so much so that they are parking in a little bit stranger ways, pulling further back into the some of these vehicles have pulled further back into the, when you go down the ways, like twice a car length going into the to the left more. So, and then some of the people are parking even into the street, into the road as you go around the corner. They're like in the road because there's so many people parking over there today. But the big thing, in addition to those things that I just mentioned, is their offloading auction at the orbital tank farm. Nice day to be out here. The breathing is good. A lot of times I'll let you go out to the beach and just breathe in the air and stuff. I'll keep my eyes open as I pass the build site to the right. I'm gonna drive down that way on the way to town and get on with the day here. Yep. So I'll see you on the next one, whenever there happens to be, in this dimension or another one. Polmacos, Space Ocean Corp. I'll be logging off right now. 5, 4, 3, 2. Have an awesome day, guys, gals. Whenever you happen to be watching this, wherever you happen to be, wishing you the best. Take care.